evolving out of old versions of yourself. And I want to go into this talking from the perspective of allowing the new to birth into your life. We cannot talk about creating a new life, a soul aligned life, if we are gripping onto old versions of the self. This life is all about claiming and bravely stepping into the new. So, this video's purpose is to help you shed old skin in all ways that we're talking about: patterns, belief systems, versions of the self, habits, all the things, for you to come into yourself now and express that fully in the world, because this is how you create sustained happiness and peace, is being aligned with the truth of your center and moving from the truth of your center the best that you can. So we're going to go in multiple directions, and please like and subscribe if you support this video. If at any point you're like, I like this girl, please like the video so that I know it's real. And I'm Grace Moralia. I specialize in trauma and subconscious healing. I help people get to the root of the reasons why they're feeling stuck in familiar cycles, patterns, relationships. It's like if you know something's blocking you and you don't know what it is and it's irritating you and you want to create a new life, but you keep feeling stuck in certain ways, then I facilitate deeper healing work to remove those blocks and connect to the truth of your soul by bringing forth guidance from your highest self, helping you get clarity on your path, connect to your purpose, and live from your purpose. So we are healing what you are not. We are healing and letting go of your past and stepping into the best version of yourself. If you're interested in working with me, I have links below, and you can sign up for a free consultation call to just check in to see, like, okay, what are you working on? What do you need help with? I'd love to just connect with you, no pressure, and see if it would be a good fit. Okay, so first we have to talk about this. In your life, what place are you moving from? What place are you making decisions from? Are you moving from a space of clarity, alignment, inner truth, or are you moving from obligation? I have to do this. If I don't do this, XYZ, I am afraid to move beyond this pattern or way of being. Because this is an energy, when we're moving from this obligation, it hinders our true self from coming forth and taking up space. I see energies very clearly in the energy realm. So I'm able to see, for example, people I work with, what energies are around them, what energies are blocking them, and from what age, and all these things. So I can see the energy realm, and when someone's energy field is open, let's say when your energy field is open, when you're going to be attracting the best, attracting the most aligned situations, attracting the most financial abundance. That I did this because financial abundance, that those words are different for each person. Those mean different things. But at whatever helps you feel the most abundant, like whatever is aligned with you most right now, that can only come to you when your field is open to that. And when you're gripping, we all do this, grip to these fears and programs and beliefs and ways that we feel like we have to be and do to be successful or right or fit in or be loved, like all these different things, then we're hindering the energy field and the flow of what can come to us that truly is meant to come to us. So there's a lot of angles about how to move out of these old versions of yourself. But the best way, again, and I'm going to get into more of these details like beliefs, traumas, things like whatever is actually physically blocking you. But the way that you are going to need to navigate more deeply is continue to come back to the truth of your center and what the center of yourself says. So if something has been, if something is outdated and you can feel that in your body and you know it, because you already do know it, when you pretend like you don't know if something's outdated or when something's the wrong decision, that's you're lying to yourself. You already know. So confusion means that you already do have clarity somewhere in there. And I find that sometimes the soul wants to grow through confusion because it helps you develop discernment. You should be discerning what's supposed to be in your life and what isn't in all moments, in all ways. If you feel that there are relationships that are not serving you or jobs that are not serving you, we need to peel back the layers and ask, from what place are you feeling obligated to entertain these things in your life from? What are the emotions beneath the obligation that are keeping you in loops and energy patterns that are creating small experiences? They are amplifying the small self, which is one of my friends, Kyle Cease. You might already be aware of his videos on here. If not, I'd recommend checking him out. But he talks about the small self, and I really resonate with that because we do very similar work here. And the small self just means the self that is embedded with fears and beliefs that we're programmed to be in. So when we act from the small self, like, oh, I have to do this, I have to be this, I have to show up like this is my life, this is it, this. If not, I am going to be something, like fill in the blank. I'm not going to receive love. I'm not going to receive money. I'm not going to receive connection. I'm not going to be seen. I'm not going to. And you might not be consciously thinking these things, but when you go into trauma work, when you go into subconscious healing work, belief work, you find that there are similar patterns and woundings that create all of our actions, and they're really not that many. And I know this from working with 3,500 plus one-on-one clients over the past 5.5 years. And I find that you literally, we only really have so many wounds that are creating these actions in our lives. And so you might think it's something, but really it's something deeper. So for you, for me, the work is to figure out what is pushing our decisions forward. What energies, emotions, blocks, patterns are creating these loops and cycles that we want to get out of. And that's the work that I take you directly to. I can literally look at you and see exactly what is blocking you within the first 5 minutes of talking to you. We can figure out what your core wounds are and begin working on them. Core wounds, what the main things that are holding you back are, and then begin healing and rewiring those together in my work with you. Because every time you unwind those, you're going to become more confident. You're going to become more loving. Every time you unwind belief systems, wounds, blocks, you're going to come back to the truth of your heart. You're going to connect to your soul. You're going to be more aligned with your purpose, which then, therefore, when you do that deep work, what's going to happen is it's going to be easier for you to say no, to have boundaries with people, to get rid of things that are just like distracting for you. But also, it's going to create space for abundance to come in, like soul aligned abundance for you. Your soul has its own version of abundance that it wants to experience. And that has nothing to do with anyone else. It's about you connecting to your truth and healing yourself enough to feel that and work with that and trust that, because that's yours. That's yours. That doesn't need anybody else telling you anything. It doesn't. So when you do this healing work, right, we're coming into the new version of yourself. But at the same time, you have to be willing to shed the old version of yourself to get the new version of yourself. We're moving with a river. There's something where in religion, like if I would be interested to read the lost books of the Bible that are hidden in the Vatican, like before they were programmed and changed and all this stuff. Maybe like the ones right after Christ died and the apostles of Jesus, they were like the purest form. Because I know that the Christ light is pure and beautiful and amazing. And I believe in that. And I believe in being led by this Christed light, but within yourself. And I feel like whoever I'm talking to right now, I want to affirm to you that you already know yourself, who you are, what you're made for. It's about walking the path of deconditioning yourself, deconditioning the ways that you have been taken from this purity, from this power, from this essence, from this truth, layer by layer, and shedding your skin so that you can connect to the God that they say is out there, but is really in here and all around. I know you may not really know me super well, but I will say this. I've been deeply devoted to my healing path for yeah, like a decade, maybe over a decade. I don't know, time is confusing. But and it's been hard. I mean, everyone that works with me knows, and we talk about how it's hard. But every day that I choose to do the work, to listen to myself, to develop a stronger relationship to my soul, as I've continued to choose this, my life reflects the essence of who I really am. My work, my relationships, my self-respect, even my relationships to family, that you might have like issues with your family that are hard. You might not feel like you fit in. You might feel like, you know, they are not my people, whatever it is. It's all coming from you though. It's all coming from you. Everything comes from you. Life comes from you. If you're moving from fear, which we all do to certain degrees, if you're moving from fear, your life will reflect the fear. If you move from love and trust in your center, that connection to God, that connection to that Christed light, that connection to, source, whatever you want to name it, you are going to get that clear signal of this is a yes, this is a no. And then so the practice is listening and protecting your essence from things that are going to drain you, from things that are going to take from you, from things that aren't going to reciprocate you. You have certain soul lessons that you're supposed to experience. And that's your karma, that's your imprint, that's your experience here that you need to filter through. That's also why I believe in doing soul contract healing, Akashic record healing, healing your soul, right? When you're doing soul healing work, when you're healing beliefs and healing old fears and doing subconscious work, what you're doing is rewiring your soul. You're letting go of old imprints and lessons and karma that you have accumulated over time. And so you're purifying your being, you're purifying your soul, and you're getting closer to the essence of who you really are. You're anchoring back into that truth. You're able to hear that truth more. you're able to share your voice even more. So don't be afraid to say yes to the inner voice within. And the more healing work you do right now, I mean, this world is crazy. If you're like, you know what? I'm going to focus on what my soul says. I'm going to learn to put up boundaries. I'm going to do the inner work more and more and more and more, because it's not a destination, it's a lifetime journey. I know, I'm speaking from experience. It will get clearer and clearer, and it will get better and better because you're purifying. Purify and come home to your heart and live from the heart. Not seeking perfectionism. I'm not perfect. I do things that I'm not supposed to do, just like you do. Look, I just don't want you to judge me. I'm drinking coffee out of this ratchet water bottle. But anyway, we all do things we're not supposed to do. We're trying to move in the direction of the soul. Every day, clear, 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 clear. I'm listening, I'm listening, I'm listening, I'm listening, I'm listening, I'm listening, I'm listening. I'm choosing, I'm choosing, I'm choosing, I'm choosing, I'm choosing. Okay. And that is that. I hope that was helpful. Will you let me know in the comments? And if you want deeper support filtering through all of this, you can check out my website and testimonials and reach out to me directly. All right. Have a great day. Bye.